Hello everyone, Aric Hall with the Blaze of Glory. At the risk of giving away too much information from my latest search location, I'm going to ask a couple of questions and see if anybody's willing to chime in on if you think this means anything. When I went to my new spot that I think is possibly a very pertinent location to be searching, I told you that I found a blaze, something I did not expect to see and could not see from a distance. It was only a short distance from the car. As I went alone in there, I came upon something sitting in the creek. And, it was not off to one side, it was not up on the rock face, it was in the creek, water going around each side. Aside from that being interesting, it was something that stood out, just like Forrest Fenn said. But it had a number, 300. Forrest Fenn said the treasure is at least 300 miles west of Toledo. Well, we know that that's a useless clue, right? Because all of the Rocky Mountains are over 300 miles west of Toledo. But maybe the 300 possibly be relevant. Forrest has said that people were within 500 feet of the treasure and searchers within 200 feet. The difference between 500 and 200 is 300. So this is two occasions where that number has come up, and I find it on an object in the middle of a creek up in the mountains where probably no one has been in several years. So I wanted to ask you if you have any ideas. Has that number 300 come up somewhere else in the Forrest Fenn search? Was it ever mentioned in any of his other books, writings, or interviews? The other thing I was going to ask has to do with Forrest Fenn supposedly said that he would be surprised if anyone could be within 12 feet of the blaze and never find the treasure. Now, he never actually said the treasure was within 12 feet of the blaze. He simply implies that if you are 12 feet from the blaze, that you would probably find the treasure. When I was out there, I went 12, 15 plus feet all the way around this object. For there to be a treasure chest there, it would have to be underwater, underground, under mud, under rocks. It would not be easy to get to. But what if you're within 12 feet of this blaze and you keep going? Now, in that location, the terrain was quite inhospitable, and the further you go, the worse it gets. I made 3 different approaches in that area. At one place, the vegetation, got up to my chin, and then I turned around and went back because I couldn't see where I was stepping. Another, that's where I got into all the rocks that were covered up in plants. Same thing, I couldn't see where I was stepping. But there's probably more than one way to go through there, but it's an issue of water and mud, and like I say, it's an inhospitable spot. But I wonder what you think about the 300 and the 12 feet. Is the treasure going to be within 12 feet of this blaze, or does being near the blaze just simply mean you're on the right course, keep going, and maybe hundreds of feet later you'll find something? Tell me what you think about the 300 and about the 12.